we enjoy some beautiful summer sunshine here locally for the next couple of days here. We've got a lot to talk about out in the tropics. Nothing to be concerned about, but 5 systems we're watching here. Count them: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 3 tropical cyclones already. Tropical storm Franklin developed around 5 o'clock Sunday. Tropical storm Emily developed when I was eating lunch earlier today. And fortunately, tropical depression 6, not going to last long. That won't make it through the Monday morning commute. So that one will be fading away. But let's dive into tropical storm Franklin because it is starting to gain a little bit more development deep into the Caribbean. Lots of warm waters, tropical rains for the lesser and greater Antilles, eventually making a bend northward by about Monday, Tuesday time frame, bringing some soaking rains and winds to the Hispaniola region, and then headed out towards the Atlantic by about Wednesday and Thursday. It'll get close to Bermuda, and there's big question marks when it becomes a hurricane later this week where this thing will go. If it stays out into the Atlantic on a more of an easterly track, bends closer to the north. So this will be one we'll watch closely here. But again, nothing for us to be too concerned with because our weather locally for the next 5 to 7 days remaining real quiet. Now, a couple hundred miles further to the east, tropical storm Emily. Again, this one developed earlier on our Sunday. Center of the system just to the south of where all that convective and thunderstorm activity is. This is going to remain out at sea, not going to last long in terms of any sort of development or strength. It'll be a tropical storm through about tomorrow afternoon, and then that may be about it. It'll fade away as it stays a couple hundred miles east of Bermuda and a couple thousand miles east of us here in Norfolk and Hampton Roads. So it's doing okay with the 2 official forecasts from the National Hurricane Center. But now let's go into the pending ones, the ones that have yet to develop. Now, this one in the Gulf of Mexico has a medium shot at development over the next week or so. It'll definitely bring some tropical rains, some wind for the Gulf Coast of Texas and parts of the Gulf Coast of Mexico as well. We'll watch that one closely. And then a couple thousand miles away off the west coast of Africa, behind Tropical Storm Emily, is another area that could potentially see some development as it heads deeper into the Atlantic. But that, I mean, we're talking that's way away. So we've got plenty of time to monitor all of these systems, really. So that'll be what we watch over the next several days or so. Now, the next week, our weather remains real quiet here as we got the big area high pressure and control. This is not only bringing the sunshine for us over the next really 7 days, but it's helping to deter all that tropical activity, at least over the next few days, because it kind of acts as like a big bubble, so to speak. It'll heat us up tomorrow. Temperatures will get to the low 90s by 2, 3 o'clock in the afternoon, and we will have the humidity come up ever so slightly, so we do have some heat indices to contend with, closer to about 100 degrees of what it'll feel like late into the afternoon. But this, I mean, this isn't any big time summer heat. We're used to this. This isn't even going to last that long. That's some good stuff, because by Tuesday, cool front drops into the region, dropping south, moving into Wednesday. So by about midweek, we really pull in some dry air from the north, cuts down the humidity, and also will help deter any of that tropical activity that's way out in the Atlantic. This is kind of going to act as another barrier. So we have the area high pressure as a barrier 1, and then we got this cool front as a second barrier. So at least over the next 7 days, we have no immediate concerns with what's going on in the tropics. We'll just watch from afar and monitor from afar and enjoy on Wednesday and Thursday lower humidity values and lower temperatures. Upper 80s, low 90s tomorrow, feeling like 100 degrees, and then we've got low 80s by Wednesday and Thursday. Now, some rain starts to return to the region next weekend, but that's next weekend, and we've got a beautiful 7-day forecast here to enjoy. We'll keep you guys posted as we get continual updates on what's going on tropically, but for now, a beautiful 7-day forecast to enjoy.